Welcome to The Simple Fix. This is your 30-minute advanced flow reformer class. I'm going to be starting on a single green spring. I'm on a fold reformer, so green is kind of your second lightest to medium spring. We're going to start off standing on the side of the machine. Give yourself just a little moment to roll through those wrists. Now, the point of this class is to try and flow one exercise into the other. If you are not absolutely managing all of the transitions first time, don't worry about it. It's one of those that you can sort of grow into. We're going to start off with a straight leg stretch. So I've got my front foot set up. I've got my hands on that foot bar. I'm going to slide the carriage back, keeping both legs as straight as possible. Now, if this is first thing or the first movement you're doing of the day, you might want to watch out for this front knee. You're probably going to want to give it a little bit of bend as you go into that stretch. So spending a little bit of time here, we're going to try and do between 6 to 8 reps in each position. But of course, if you're practicing this by yourself at home, you're welcome to pause the video and stay in each move a little longer. Now, after I've done about 6 of these just stretching, I'm going to start to come up, keep my back leg absolutely straight, draw my knee into the chest, hitting essentially a mountain climber position, place it back down and slide back into that stretch. I'm then going to start to think about breathing out as I do that. So I'm coming in, big exhale. Now, in order for this move to work, I've got to keep my back leg straight. I've got to get my shoulders over the bar. This is like a plank, all my weight through my arms and my one leg and then down. I'm going to do 2 more just like that. Coming in and up. And on this last one, we're going to hold it up. I'm coming in and up. I hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and drop my back knee, untuck my back toes. So I'm now resting them on top of that headrest. And I'm just pressing back here into a bit of a hip stretch, drawing the belly button in and up. I'm here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. I'm coming in. I'm stepping onto the machine, kneeling, okay? My toes are going to go against my shoulder blocks. If I've got a longer machine, I might not have my toes against the shoulder blocks. It just depends on your height and on the machine you're working on. Keeping those shoulder blades down, tailbone is tucked away. We slide that carriage back. Feeling that abdominal connection, glutes are on, hamstrings are active, and I come all the way back up. Again, sliding away. Be very mindful not to drop the eye line too much. And recover. Now, this is all happening on the medium spring. Of course, if you wanted to work a little harder, you could take this onto the lighter spring. And if you wanted a little bit more support, you could take it onto a heavier spring, or maybe even not push back too far. This is my rep number 5. We're going to be going for 6. So on this next one, I'm going to be holding it out. Taking it out, checking in with those shoulders, making sure I haven't collapsed. If I want to work a little bit harder, I'm going to check in with those elbows. Small bend in the elbows means that the arm and shoulder complex works a lot harder than if I'm locked out in that elbow. I'm going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming in, drop the bum to the heels, sinking back into a child's pose just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From there, I'm going to step off directly to the other side, and we're going to repeat that straight leg stretch. So 2 straight legs, square hips. Giving myself a moment to just relax into the stretch and come up. We don't start with the knee tuck first, okay? We first just get into the stretch. We're opening up the hamstring of the front leg and the hip flexor and quad of the back leg, keeping the back leg as straight as possible as we flow through this. We've got 2 more. So some of you might recognize the next variation as kind of a flying lunge. It's not really a flying lunge though, because we're not kicking the leg and we are actually keeping the front leg straight. It's more like a moment of double leg stretch. Then we're coming in, transferring on to the hands, little plank moment, place it down and go again. This is just to get your arms, your core, everything working. Also practicing transference of weight, which on the reformers is super important. most of the time when we get new flows of choreography wrong, it's because we don't really understand where our weight needs to be. So shoulders over bar, knee into chest, place the foot down, put it back. We've got 3 more. Strong exhale. 2 more. Now, because this is my last one, I'm going to hold it up in this plank position, knee into chest. Back leg is straight. I'm here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Place it down. Drop that knee and sink it back on the first side. I untuck that foot just to get a little bit extra stretch going through that hip flexor. I am here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Amazing. Now I'm going to take a second, do a quick supine section. If you really want to work those hamstrings quite hard, you can stay on the green spring. I'm actually going to add in my yellow, so I'm going for like a light-ish combination rather than the lightest possible, but totally up to you. The lighter you work, the more hamstring challenge you're going to have. Okay, I am not feeling like totally destroying them for the sake of this video, so I've got 2 springs on. But if you want to challenge yourself, you keep just that 1 green or medium spring on and see how you go. Now, the foot bar is placed quite high. That's intentional for the rest of the flow. It's going to mean that my knees are quite up, okay? My feet are close to me. I'm in quite a short position. Arms along at the sides. Notice how my feet, the arches, are hugging the bar. That is important. I'm going to inhale. As I exhale, toes down, stand into the arches and get those hips as high as possible, and then roll it down. So the closer your feet are to your bum when you start the bridges, the harder it's going to be to get all the way up to the top. And that's what we're trying to do, right? I'm trying to minimize the movement of the carriage and get those hips into full extension and then come all the way down. Notice how my feet are not changing shape. My toes are pointing down to the floor. Good. Now, if you're teaching this, if you are noticing that people are struggling to maintain core connection, so you'll see they're trying to push up, but it's their rib cage pushing up and they're in this awful arch. If that's happening, just add a spring onto their machine. You don't even have to tell them about it. Just walk up to this machine, add on a spring, don't say anything. It obviously means that they are not able to have that hamstring contraction and the control of the torso just yet. That is very challenging, so please watch out for that. It's a really uncomfortable position for them to end up in, and you really want to offer support if you see that. Excellent. Now we're going to take this into your hamstring press. So the next time we are all the way up, we're going to hold, keeping an eye on that pelvis, making sure we have not slipped into an arched spine, pressing away, coming back in. Now, our feet are higher than usual, which means we have to lift our bum a little bit higher than usual. Every single time we come back in. We've got 3 more. Out. And in, lifting the bum even higher. Of course, it's going to drop here, but hopefully the spine has not dropped or changed shape. And up 2 more. And out and in. Last one. Out and in and relax. Wow, my hamstrings are on fire. Okay, we're going to take that straight into a tabletop position. So my legs rest in tabletop. I'm going to take a second here. Arms are up. My favorite core activation. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, reach up and over, grab your thighs. Use your arms to pull you up just a little bit more. Hold for a second. Release those fingertips. They're reaching for the foot bar. We're going to go for 8 single leg extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw those knees in. Relax down. Notice how I'm reaching up for the foot bar and not down at my sides, okay? That's going to make a difference for your shoulder placement. Big inhale again. Exhale, I reach up to curl over, to grab behind the thighs, to pull myself in even more. Okay, my eye line is down towards my belly. I'm not trying to draw my shoulder blades down. Extend those arms towards the foot bar. Single legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring them in. Curl up a little higher and then come down. Excellent. We got one more like that, except we're going to work double legs this time. So arms are up. Big inhale. Exhale up to the ceiling first, over towards that foot bar. Grab the thighs. Get yourself a little higher if you can. Draw that belly button in. Now extend those arms. Now we work these legs, both of them. And in, and 2, and in, and 3, and in, and 4, and in, and 5, and in, and 6, and in. 2 more. 7, and in. Last time. 8. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Nice. Okay. From there, we are standing up and we're grabbing our box. Now, I do recommend the box for this sequence. You don't really want to be reliant on the floor, even if you have a lower machine. The fold is quite low, but I'm going to use the box anyway. Okay, I'm going to get my box nice and in line with my carriage. Okay, that's where you want it. And for the sake of everything that comes next, I'm going to stay on the green spring. If you wanted to do this entire sequence working a little bit harder, you're welcome to be on your lightest spring possible. I'm going to stay on my second lightest spring just for the longevity of the video. We're going to start off with a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to go ahead and get my foot ever so slightly turned out. It is not in a deep rotation. It is kind of just off center, right against the machine. And I'm going to get my outside leg to cross and hit my shoulder block. In the starting position, make sure your thighs are relatively close together and you're not already in like some weird split. You're going to put your hands behind your head for challenge. Press the head into the hands. Now watch the rib cage as you push the carriage away, hit that curtsy lunge, and then control it back up. Push that carriage away and control back up. And I'm trying my best to keep my ribs and core connected in this hinge. What I don't want to do is drop completely into my mid back, okay? Excellent. Now we're going to start to add on. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to stay in each movement a little longer than what I do, then that's absolutely fine. Now, once you've done about 6 just straightforward lunges, we're going to drop down. We're going to rotate away from the machine, opening up. We're going to come back to the center. We're going to come up. We've got 4 of these to do. Press away, rotate, recover, and up. Press away, rotate, recover, and up. Last one like that. Press away, rotate, recover, and up. Now we add one more thing. We go down, we rotate, we recover, we scoot all the way into that stopper, we press back out, and we come up. Excellent. 3 more just like that. We are down, we twist, we recover, we scoot, we come up, we're down, we rotate, keeping as much stability as possible in those rotations. Then sending your weight onto your front leg for the scooter, and then up. Last time, we're down, we rotate, recover, scoot. Now we're going to hold it here. We're just going to keep scootering. We're just going to keep scootering. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Extend that leg back. Now you're focusing on your back leg. It's staying straight. You're going to drop your hands down to the box. Focus on your back leg. Your front leg goes to stand on top of that shoulder block. Strong through the arms. We start to bend these knees in and low and out. In and out. So you're in a plank position. It's a bit twisted and we're knee tucking. Excellent. 2 more reps here. Last rep. Press out and hold. If you can, extend your top leg up. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knees in. Let them slide in and Breathe. Excellent. You see how I twisted gently towards my box there? Roll the shoulders out. Gorgeous. Okay, without taking too much of a breather, you're going to place your hand onto that bar slightly in front of you. Please don't put it in the middle of the bar. That's not going to be in the right place for your shoulder. Now, depending on, again, how tall you are or how long your bed is where you're going to find your side plank. I'm going to stand in the middle of my bed, okay? I'm not going to stand against the shoulder blocks. They're far too far away from me, okay? So here I am in the middle of the bed, top leg totally free, all my weight through my supporting arm. I've got the other arm up. If you are struggling with this, you're going to go ahead and have both hands down, but the hips twisted, okay? That is your modification if you need. Now we come into the side plank and we just hang out. Let's see if we can creep that side leg up. Let's hold. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to place this top foot down in front of it. I'm going to pop onto my toes as I draw the carriage in and extend back out, not allowing my shoulder complex to move too much. I've got 3 and out, 4 and out, 5 and out. Last one, 6, take it out, hold. Get your feet back on top of each other. You're going to allow the carriage to come in. Take that arm over. Just bring yourself to sit on your foot bar facing the back. Now, of course, if you can do that lovely transition without dropping your bum onto the foot bar, that's great, but let's take a second. Let's get ahead of ourselves. Hands are now on the foot bar with your fingers facing towards your bum, not away. You're going to go ahead and get your heels slightly hooked underneath or like on the edge of your carriage. Then you're going to hover your bum, lifting up and out of your shoulders, keeping your bum close to the bar as we just press away and recover with these legs. So this is a bit of a prep for tendon stretch, okay? Just getting the shoulders used to this position. We're here for 4, for 3, lifting up and out of those shoulders, for 2. Now, the next time you extend those arms, or those legs rather, you're gonna drop your bum towards the springs, press back up, and then they can come in, okay? If the wrist needs a little wiggle every now and then, that's absolutely fine. But we are pressing out, we're dropping, recovering, and in. Out, drop, recover, and in. 3 more. Out, drop, recover, and in. 2 more. Out, drop, recover, and in. Last one. Out, drop, recover. Bridge those hips up to the ceiling. Hold against this resistance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it come all the way in. Let the knees drop down. Let your hands come onto those shoulder blocks. Take a second. Move through some cat-cows. Excellent. You've got 3. You've got 2. And 1. You're going to go ahead and grab the loop closest to where the box is, okay? Put it in your other hand, so your opposite hand. I'm going to hold the rope. I'm going to bring my other hand behind my head. So when I twist open now, I'm twisting towards my box, okay? Here I am. I'm now going to row this elbow and extend into my tricep, fold, come back to this moment. Okay, here we go again. Row, extend, unfold, and twist. Row, extend, unfold, and twist. I'm going to move a little bit back so I've got a bit more space. Excellent. Row, unfold, and twist. Row, unfold, and twist. 2 more. Unfold, and twist. Last one. Unfold, and twist, and relax. Popping that down. Shimmying my knees backwards. Placing the elbows down onto the bed. Toes onto the platform, lift the knees, push away. If comfortable, up onto that foot bar. Hold. Good. Just a little bit of an incline plank, just to kind of cleanse the palate, ready for the other side. We hold for 12, 11, 10, 9. Energy through those legs, through those arms, through those legs and glutes and shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2. I bring the knees down, or one knee rather, and let that come in. Okay. Now, the box is going to come over to the other side. So lift that over, place it down, ready to go. I'm then going to grab the rope closest to the box. I've moved the box over. I'm grabbing that rope. I'm coming up. I've got the other hand behind the head. Little twist to begin. Row and extend, fold, untwist. Row and extend, fold, untwist. Row, tricep kick back, and in. Tricep kick back, and in. 2 more. Tricep kick back, and in. Last one. Tricep kick back, and in. Gorge. Pop that down. Okay. From there, I'm going to turn on my knees, facing my box, finding my side plank. Remember, hand is not in the middle of the bar. It's slightly in front of you. You're going to stand to wherever your side plank makes sense. Mine is kind of in the middle of the bed. I'm going to lift that side leg. I'm going to organize my shoulders, close my rib cage, make sure my glutes are actually on. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to bring my leg down to the front, popping onto my heel, onto my toes rather, as I come in and out, in and out, in and out. 3 more, in and out, in and out. Last one, in and out. Excellent. From there, both hands down onto that bar. Take a second. You're going to step onto your box. You're going to get that inside foot against the machine. Outside leg across to the shoulder block. This is your curtsy lunge. Hands behind the head. Head pressed into the hands. We're sliding back into that curtsy. We're controlling up. Just straightforward lunges for now. Fold it over. Control it up. Fold it over. Control it up. Good. 3 more. Checking in with those rib cages, okay? We don't want that mid-back to be active. We're going to keep pulling the belly and the rib cage in. This is number 6. Notice how my back leg is straight. Now, we're going to go again. We're going to take it over. We're going to twist open. We're going to recover. And in. We've got 4 of these. Over. Twist. Recover. And in. Over. Twist. Recover. And in. Last one like that. Over. Twist. Recover. And in. Now we add that scooter. You're doing so well. Over. Twist. Recover. Scoot in. Press out. And up. Over. Twist. Recover. Scoot in. Press out. 2 more just like that. Twist. In. Scoot. Scoot up. And up. Last one. Remember, after this, we hold it down. We're here. We twist. We recover. We just keep scootering for 8, 7. Stay nice and low. 6, 5, 4. Ready for the transition. 3, 2. Extend that back leg. Keep it straight. Hands come down. Front leg to the top of that shoulder block. Find the plank. Strong through the arms. We bend. In and out. 2, and out, knee tucks, 3, and out, 4, and out, 2 more, 5, and out, last time, 6, out, hold, lift that top leg, you've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and we bring it in. Excellent. Okay, so from there, I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna go for a green and a red. So nice strong spring. First gonna move my knees forward a little bit. Bring my hands onto my shoulder blocks. And just lift up into a bit of a camel stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, coming down. Alrighty. You have more than earned a little bit of feet and straps time. So we're gonna bring ourselves down. We are gonna end with what my recommendation would be a short spine. But of course, you're probably familiar enough with feet and straps to know what feels good for you at this point. So I'm gonna set myself up, get myself nice and comfy here. Just start with some leg drops all the way up, down to about in line with the foot bar. I always like to imagine the foot bar rather than the springs, especially in the class. If you say springs, people tend to go down here, which if they can control their spine is not a problem, but most people can't or are unaware at this point. Okay, so that's my leg drop. Arms along at the sides. Let's give myself a little space here by the shoulders. And let's go for a short spine. So from sort of that 45-degree angle, I'm taking my feet up and up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Good. Squeezing my heels together as the knees come down towards my face. Then I'm going to start to roll through the spine and extend. Now, my straps are actually a little long for short spine. As I'm sure you saw, the carriage was closed quite quickly. But we'll try it again. So we're going up, 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 up. Good. Now I'm going to try bend my knees kind of over my head for as long as possible, kind of like that's the shape you're looking for. So if you need to shorten your straps, then you absolutely can. And then you have a bit of tension to catch you, to roll you down. Now I'm going to do a long spine, so straight leg version, just because that's what my straps are actually set up for. We're going up to the ceiling. We're going to try and keep that vertical with the legs as I start to melt and roll down through my spine. And then I'm going to go for a lovely circle because that feels so good. Join it together. I'm going to do that one more time. I am coming up to the ceiling. Go, 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 go. Catching that vertical. And now the roll down comes through the spine. There's pressure into the hamstrings. I'm keeping those legs as long as possible for as long as possible. Control, control, control. And then I'm just going to go ahead and settle into a butterfly stretch. This feels really good on the inner thighs. Of course, you can now spend a little bit more time sort of stretching or cooling down. I'm going to be here just for a little bit longer. I'm going to do a quick mermaid after this, just to release that rib cage. Now, in that advanced flow, if you struggled with the endurance of your wrists, please don't worry, it's to be expected. It will get better, especially on the bar. There's quite a bit of new angle of weight bearing for the wrists. However, very important that we keep practicing it. If you do struggle with your wrists though, please make sure you're looking after them, you're warming them up. And if they are sore after a workout, make sure to ice them. That is the number one way to keep them happy. I'm going to bring my carriage all the way in, possibly just take a few quick rotations here before I sit up. I'm going to sit up. I'm going to go straight into my mermaid position, quick mermaid. I'm going to go into a single red spring for it. I'm going to take myself straight into a twist. So up and over, 2 hands on that bar. Inhale here. Exhale, keep the arms straight, lift the eye line over the bar and just wring out that spine. I'm looking over what is my back shoulder to you for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, and let's repeat on the other side. So because I'm going for 2 hands down, I'm going to get that hand towards the back of the bar. I'm going to come over, hold this moment here. Then I'm going to start to come up. I'm going to lift my face first. And I'm just going, I'm keeping these arms straight, and I'm just looking over the shoulder, over the shoulder, over the shoulder. Lovely big twist for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work. Relaxing and coming in. So that was a nice 30-minute advanced flow. Obviously, you're more than welcome to do more than 6 to 8 reps in each position. You're also welcome to take that midsection straight into a tendon stretch and gymnast if that is within your practice already. And if it's not, stay tuned, stay subscribed, because we're going to be building into it. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed that, if you made it through the flow, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, enjoy your practice, and we'll see you soon.